I take it the battle is not going well.
It's not my fault. It's that new guy.
Orion.
Orion is a new god, a race of beings that came into existence after the old gods died. He's the third son of Darkseid, stepbrother to Graven and Calabac, but they aren't so important right now. Anyway, his mom's Tigra, and she's a sorceress, but she also doesn't matter at the moment. And this is really all around the prophecy that Orion is destined to kill his dad, Darkseid, in the pits of Apocalypse. This has kind of been a loophole, and yeah, the story did have an end, but since DC introduced him into the main universe, that prophecy has been sort of weighing around. Growing up on New Genesis wasn't easy for Orion, seeing as he was native to Apocalypse style of living. He turned out to like rage out a lot. So Highfather was like, "Hey, instead of sending him to anger management, I'll just give him a mother box," and it works. These computers are amazing. I swear, if we had these, anything else would be completely useless. But anyway, the mother box ended up controlling his rage, giving him a kind of anger management pill, but constantly. You're gonna notice that these computers are a big deal in the DC universe. Any hardcore DC fans knows what a mother box is. It's not an excuse. It's in the label. You want to be hardcore DC, you gotta know about the new gods. So as the years passed, Orion grew up, obviously, and he made friends on both Earth and on New Genesis. His best friend being Lightray, the fastest on the New Gods. And on Earth, well, obviously he made friends with the Justice League, but mostly Mr. Miracle and Big Barda. But I guess they don't count since they're from Apocalypse. Well, Big Barda's from Apocalypse. Mr. Miracle's originally from New Genesis, seen as his High Father's son and Darkseid's keep away. Let's just ignore that. Anyway, he made friends on New Genesis, Apocalypse, and Earth. There. Due to his savage strength and his ferocity during a fight, all the new gods just gave him the name the God of War. Sorry, my bad. The Dog of War. Yeah, that's the one.
Though I love you like a son, you are too young to remember the endless bloodshed we endured. Before making such a terrible decision, I must commune with the Source. You will await my verdict.
Yes, High Father.
Orion's new god physiology pretty much means he has everything human has, but then with super added in front of it. So super strength, super speed, like immortality, increased endurance. Basically, everything is super. Throughout the years, his strength has been quite comparable to that of Superman or Wonder Woman. Take your pick, I don't care. But that's not all. He also wields the Astral Force, an equal equivalent to Darkseid's Omega Force. Like the Astral Force has been determined to be able to destroy the universe. Pretty much the same thing the Oblivion Bomb can do. But that's not all. He can use this ability to transmute, amplify his own powers. He can use it to absorb energy and redirect energy. He can use it to create devastating energy blasts that can just decimate whole planets. Yet, and that essentially sums up him being the Dog of War. Wait, we're not done yet. Just because he's a new god doesn't mean he don't got some tools too. I mean, well, to be fair, he only has like three main tools. And starting with, we're gonna go with the Astro Harness. Basically, just is like a jetpack scooter thing. I wouldn't call it a scooter. The design has always annoyed me, but what can you do? You can't just tell them to change the whole thing. Anyway, he normally uses this thing for like space travel and like universal travel and all, maybe multiversal travel since there's only one new god in the whole of the DC multiverse, so I guess multiversal travel. But you can also use it like for direction of the aiming of the Astral Force because according to DC, he doesn't have actual control over the Astral Force, so he sort of needs the Astral Harness and the Astral wristbands to control the Astral Force. Oh my God, so much Astro! I'm gonna bite my tongue saying that. And of course, up next is the Astro wristbands. These babies are pretty much the Infinity Gauntlet equivalent of the DC universe, seen as they give Orion the option to absorb energy, redirect energy, channels the astral force to either release it as a concussive blast from his fist or just direct it at someone else and hitting them with enough force to destroy a planet. And finally, there's this mother box. You heard me talk about this in the beginning, uses it as a anger management pill. Well, it can do so much more. This baby can hack any kind of technology. It can take you anywhere in the universe using boom tubes. Pretty much the main reason that you're created, but they're also living computers, which means they have emotions, so play nice. But besides that, they can also like absorb energy, create energy seals, heal you, fix tools. I mean, Orion uses this thing for like any new god uses them for a lot of things. Even Darkseid is sort of all powerful, but even he has a mother box, so that should say a lot. I know this really doesn't count, but I just had to put it in here since he was one of the hosts for the anti-life equation, and it's not really an equation for like, oh, when you hear it and you're being controlled by whoever said it to you, and then you do whatever they say. It's way more. With this equation, Orion was able to do a ton of crazy things. Was able to kill Darkseid, was able to resurrect the dead, was able to transmute a whole planet, resisted reality warping, and fixed a fabric fix a broken fabric. Sorry, my bad. He fixed a broken fabric of reality. Like our reality cracked, he fixed it. If you ask me, I think that was the punch Superboy did, but who knows?
Help!
Get us out of here!
As a new god that's comparable to both Wonder Woman and Superman, you knew it was gonna have some feats up in here. So let's get started. Well, first of all, he resisted reality warping. He took Superman's heat vision to the face, got out of it barely unscathed, was able to speed blitz an entire Starfleet, smack Wonder Woman in the butt, lift a tail about it, kill Darkseid, took Darkseid's Omega beams, and got out of it just looking more angry and even more like a mad dog. And he was able to like envision time down to a microsecond. And he's even fast enough to catch up to light ray. Like I said, fastest of the new gods. He was even able to move at light speed no problem. To him, light speed is
I'm glad to see growing up with Highfather hasn't made you soft and weak. You make an old man proud. But I won't let you or anyone else stand in my way. Spare the rod.
with all his powers, abilities, and feats, Orion looks like a well-rounded hero. Well, yes and no. Light Ray and Wonder Woman can pretty much vouch for that since, like, his personality has pretty much left him very questionable to most people. I mean, the dude has a superiority complex, and this has led to more times people just looking at him more as a jerk than a hero. Fun fact, when DC and Marvel came together to create the Amalgam universe where we have Darkclaw, Super Soldier, Spider-Boy, Orion was fused with Thor to create the Orion, a new Asgardian. I want to give a shout out to Tywin Resist for requesting this video. It was really fun for me to do. I'm definitely going to do the others on Mr. Miracle and Dr. Fate. I'm definitely doing those. And anyway, if you like this video, leave a like. If you didn't like it, let me know what you think. Comment down below for any other videos you'd like me to do. Subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitter at comicbookunit1, and I'll catch you all later.